This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. They're the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website. If you can use Facebook, you can build a website on Squarespace. I built IceTFinalLevel.com on Squarespace. It's the easiest and best website builder out there, so you should definitely check them out. Squarespace has just released Squarespace 7, which makes it even easier than it's ever been. Start with a free trial at squarespace.com with no credit card required. When you're ready to purchase a plan, get 10% off with the offer code ICE. That's squarespace.com, offer code ICE.
Upon initial contact with Ice-T's music, I had envisioned him to be an ill-mannered and psychologically unstable man with an extremely uneducated and barbaric frame of mind, whose raps displayed nothing but ridiculous jargon, shocking sexual audacity, and repulsive images of the ghetto. However, after further analysis of his music, I can deduce that he is the epitome of anti-disestablishment terrorism, who embodies the entire spectrum of the urban experience and struggle. But to make things more plain and simple to the layman, I find Ice-T to be the dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster player, hardcore motherfucker living today. To be honest, I am totally and completely on his dick.
Welcome to the Ice-T Final Level Podcast, featuring your co-host, Mick Benzo, and your host,
Ice-T. Hey, what's up out there? This is Ice-T checking in, podcast number 33 with the immortal
Mick motherfucking Benzo, baby. The Mictionary's in the building.
The Mictionary is in the house, and we just chilling, man, and it's just... we're just having fun. I want to thank everybody that tunes into the podcast, all you subscribers out there. When you get the podcast, there is usually a button next to it that says subscribe. If you subscribe, the podcast will come to you automatically. You ain't got to hunt it down every week.
Guess what, though? It's free, too. It's free.
Well, ain't much free.
It's free.
Ain't much free. And this is something you can learn from. We listen to the radio. They playing the same 20 songs over and over again. I'm listening to satellite, and they're starting to play the records over and over again. So, this is a little chance where you can, turn it on, get some knowledge, get some information.
And sometimes hear some of your favorite artists, too, man.
Yeah, well, you learn from experiences, man. Like I always say, dumb people learn from experience. Smart people learn from other people's experiences. Let them take the hard licks.
Yeah.
So a lot of times the people we have here, they've had a struggle, and you can really learn from their struggle.
I'm going to say that last podcast, number 32, with that gentleman that was up. What's his name again? That kid that was up? That's Zaheem.
Taim Bennett.
Oh, man, he was dope as a motherfucker.
The dude is something special, man. To be able to go out and try to make his own film and get out here and get in the television business by himself, using his own money, working construction, and coming from the background he came from, three bids in the penitentiary.
That's crazy.
I had to be down with dude.
No, that was crazy.
That's the kind of motherfuckers I believe in.
Yeah, me too.
And today I'm honored and we're very lucky to have.
No, don't give it all up one time, Ice,
well,
man. Look, we put it out there, right, on the podcast, and we asked for a special guest. And I said, I hope we can get it for 33. This is 2 weeks later, and guess what? He found us, man.
And people always ask me about this gentleman. They always go, well, Ice, why are you so fond of this particular person? I'm like, because when I was starting, he talked to me like a human being. Mm-hmm. He didn't talk to me like I'm some new jack and now he'll never see me again. He gave me some very, very important advice. And one advice he may not remember he told me was if you could rap from one end of the record to the other end of the record, don't be in a group. You are a soloist.
But he was in a group.
No, but listen, I wanted to be, you remember when you told me that? I wanted to be in a group. And I said, I need a group because he was in a group.
Yeah.
He said, if you can learn to rap from the beginning of one record to the end of it, just learn that. And then basically don't be no 16-bar rapper. Okay. Learn how to rap. And then he opened up a suitcase with unlimited rhymes.
Suitcase with money?
It might well have been money. Suitcase full of rhymes. And he let me understand without, my rule. My rule of life is, tell me and I'll hear, show me and I'll see, but involve me and I'll understand. He involved me for a minute. He let me see the book.
Man, you giving this guy the greatest goddamn intro
there's
I've
certain
ever heard.
people.
Man.
There's certain people.
Who is this gentleman?
Well, you've heard, you know what a master is, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's another level.
Everything.
There's a level where you teach the masters.
And that is?
A grandmaster.
And that's Grandmaster Caz in
the house.
Yeah. The suspense is over, niggas.
The super original. But he knows what I'm saying is true.
Right.
And I always, I say in life, I'm like, sometimes all you can do is give back props. Yeah. And that's all a real player wants.
I mean, we've been doing this podcast. Ice, we've been doing this podcast for over a year. We've had Chief Rocker Busy up here. We had Roxanne Shante up here. We've had Mobb Deep up here. We've had Tretch up here. And every interview, you also spoke about this gentleman, Grandmaster Caz.
Well, most of them spoke about it.
Yeah, a lot of them did. Yes,
Caz, what's happening, baby?
All is well, baby. You know what I mean? All is well. We're all still spinning. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because we just started. We're trying to knock out a couple of podcasts at a time, and between you and Mel, you guys were some of the most inspirational people in my career. And I called Mickey. I said, well, can we get Caz tomorrow? He says, let me make a fucking call.
Shit,
blam,
Cazzo?
and here you are. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them type of niggas. And said, but we just honored to have here. This is going to be a good time just to have some fun and to really speak your mind.
We're going to let our audience explore the mind of Grandmaster Caz and what he really, really does. For real. Seriously, y'all going to hear some shit.
He's a motherfucker.
Y'all going to hear some
shit. The nigga used to stand on stage with panties on his wrist. Like he was a
freak.
Casanova.
Because he was a freak at that time. I think he married now, but he was a freak then, B.
It's okay.
Man.
You married. Easy.
You got to take everything that comes with this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people go through their whole life, man, just wanting one of the things that we get from just being who we are normally, man. And I don't take this shit for granted. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, he ain't got to lie, man. This shit is documented, man.
Yeah.
This shit is documented. We're not going to talk about nothing that ain't documented.
Right. You know what? He ain't one of them imaginary motherfuckers, man. No. Because homie said there's a bunch of imaginary people, bunch of liars out here. We got the grandest of them all. He go by the name of Grandmaster Caz.
Like ladies say, as real as the history of your father and mother, man. This is as real as it gets.
Yeah.
So welcome to the podcast, man. I mean, we're gonna do an in-depth interview, but how you feeling, man? I mean, what's going on right now?
I'm good, man. You know what I mean? I'm working on my birthday, my 17 birthday parties.
Oh, shit, yeah. What?
Nigga, every time you get another birthday, it's even more special. You know what I mean? So every year I add another birthday.
You celebrate 17 days.
Yeah, I have about 45 parties, man. I'm trying to catch up to Red Alert, man. That nigga, he have so many birthday parties. By the time you go to his last party, it's his next birthday.
It's the next birthday rate for Red Alert, man. Red Alert go berserk. He does about 62 parties. He only got one day that's called a birthday. That's crazy.
But, I mean, love is like my birthday, April 18th, man. Team Aries, whatever.
Oh, shit. You going to do something April 18th in New York, right?
No, April 18th is my actual birthday, and that's the only day I don't have a party.
Oh, you come to BB King's or you going to come to BB King?
The 11th, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, and the 25th.
But you're going to come out on the 18th to BB King.
Oh, definitely.
D's
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm going to come down. I'm going to come.
But
I'm good, Ice, man. I'm still doing my thing. The hip-hop tours I do in New York, that shit keeps me up and going. I'm surprised I made it here today. But
we're going to talk
whenever
about
you call.
We want to talk about all these things, and for people out there that might be Law and Order fans and don't know, the history of who's sitting in the building. This is Grandmaster Caz. He's the leading member of the Cold Crush Brothers, Cold Crush 4. He is what I call first generation hip hop.
Yeah.
There's all these different generations, but name some of the groups that was alongside of y'all when hip hop truly started.
Oh man, early days, Funky Four, you
Plus
know what
one.
I mean? The Fantastic Four, well, the L Brothers before that.
Yeah,
Fantastic
the L
Five, the Furious Five, of course, who kind of set the bar for what groups supposed to sound like. You know what I mean? The Treacherous Three, the Fearless Four, Spoonie G, Tila Rock. I mean,
Africa Bambaataa, the Soul Sonic
Force,
Force.
Cosmic Force, Jazzy Five. I mean, there's so many groups, and you could tell the first school of hip hop because the first school of hip hop consisted of a lot of groups.
Right.
And as hip hop progressed, the lineups got cut down.
Right.
The next generation of hip hop, you saw duos,
Right.
You know what I mean? Or maybe 3. And then by the mid 80s, everybody was solo.
I call your generation, I might be wrong, but I call it pre-recorded. It's like it was before it was really recorded. Like a lot of your stuff, meaning records, a lot of the stuff from that early age was only available on cassettes and tapes and stuff that y'all made in the street. I think until really, I think the record that really broke everybody out was the Rapper's Delight record was when all of a sudden now it's went
We're going to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that.
We're
going to hold that, baby.
6 years after.
Exactly.
6 years after y'all have been doing it.
Right, it was doing on cassette tapes, your Sonys and your Memorex. That's what we had. We ain't know nothing about no CDs and all that.
You're going to give us the whole story, and we want you, to walk us through it, But you're a friend and definitely a mentor to me because, when I started, I was an LA guy and we knew we weren't rappers. We knew that it came from New York. We wasn't fronting. And to me, I wanted to be a rapper. Y'all were the real rappers. And, but I always say you always start as a fan. Everybody starts. You start sitting on the sideline of a basketball game saying, I want to play that sport. You don't just start out dope. You start out wanting to be a fan of something. I'm sure there was somebody you watched that said, man, I like that, or I like the parties or things. And then you took it to the next level.
Yeah,
I try to, I talk about hip hop all the time. You know what I mean? I, do lectures and panels and my bus stuff and all that. So I'm kind of go-to guy when people ask about hip hop. Well, that time in hip hop, man, was something that, we're not gonna get that again, man.
Mm-hmm. You were kids.
We're not gonna get that again. I was 13.
13.
When the first documented hip hop party.
That's how your rap started in Art of Rap, and we're gonna go back to that.
Hold on, yeah.
But you ready to do this podcast?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. This is podcast number 33 with Mick Benzo, the one and only Grandmaster Caz and Ice-T, and this is television. So, in the TV spots, we usually ask, any TV show you watch right now?
I'm on Empire like everybody else.
You
man.
like Empire?
I'm an avid Empire watcher, and I was like, I ain't messing with that. I saw a couple of episodes. I was hooked. I'm in.
Mm-hmm. I watch Empire. Of course, I got a personal issue with Empire.
Okay,
comes on the same time.
Same time as Law and Order. See, but now we got the DVR.
That's all right, so if it came on another night,
it might work.
We could DVR Empire, watch it later. You know what I mean?
To me, Empire, and this ain't a diss, but it's kind of like Ratchet Dynasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like take Dynasty and mix it with Love and Hip Hop and a little bit of a lot of soap opera drama. And you got a wild, entertaining show.
There you go.
It's entertaining. It's not meant to be taken serious. Another great show we love is from 50 Cent, which is Power. Which
is another
much more serious. There's no jokes.
Yeah,
in
it's
Power.
darker. It's a darker kind of thing. Even though you got crime and going on in each one, but that Power shit is like, nah, you rather be over here.
Yeah, Empire is funny. You just know that as soon as a serious meeting is going, homegirls,
Cookie's coming in, baby. Cookie's coming in, baby.
Cookie go walk in and upset you.
So that's crazy, and also like speaking on Law and Order, we did get picked up for the 17th season.
Congratulations.
Even though Empire the Godzilla came over us and tried to take a shit on us, we still standing.
Right.
17 seasons. And I just got finished going to Chicago to shoot what they call a crossover episode.
Okay.
And what they've done is make Dick Wolf will put all of his shows in the same universe, even because they're not real, right? So somehow somebody gets away from Chicago and comes to New York. Well, who picks it up? SVU. So right now, in this particular show, it's a triple crossover. It crosses Chicago Fire with Chicago PD with SVU.
Damn.
Now, I got some behind the scenes news for y'all out there. The few SVU people, because I know it's a known fact. A lot of my SVU fans will not listen to this podcast because they like Ice is too raw on the podcast.
Right.
But those of you that are here you get a behind the scenes
Get a special treat, baby.
There is a new show Dick Wolf is putting out, and it's about to come out, and you're going to hear about it really soon, called Chicago Med. He's doing a hospital show.
Okay.
So now he'll have 4 chips on the table. So our show kind of references Chicago Med, but it's a 3-way crossover. And the man is in the business. He connects the shows, which connects the viewers. And, I had a good time out there, working with Sophia and Jesse and Jason and all those guys. And they came out to they came out to New York and rock with us. And it's going to be a mega 3-way show.
That's going to be hard.
It's crazy. And the guy that we're chasing is crazy. He's a great actor. And you're going to see it coming up very, very soon. And, like I want to say, I said it before in another podcast, thank you to all the fans of SVU. 17 seasons is unprecedented in television. I mean, we're looking now at closing in on 20, which is the record. And I've been
Who had the record?
What was that?
That
Nash
was
or something
Gunsmoke.
like that? Gunsmoke. Okay.
Yeah.
Matt Dillon, baby.
James Arness.
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon was the name of the character.
That's Matt Dillon, man.
Yeah, but it's crazy though. Because Mickey was saying the last time we did the show that by being on this show 17 years, it makes me one of the longest running cops in television history. Probably the longest running black cop. Right. I've been a cop, Caz, longer than motherfucking Kojak, longer than Beretta, longer than Starsky and Hutch. They's probably on like 5 seasons. I mean, this is 17 seasons, dig? So, there's a lot of legendary cops. And who would imagine Ice-T, the worst motherfucker on earth, is the longest running cop.
Well, your whole game and your whole get up is like do the opposite of shit or do some shit that nobody would think, Ice would do. When you did that Rolling Stone cover, man, with the cop, uniform, like, what? You the cop killer in a cop uniform? Get the
that
fuck
was
out
crazy.
Of here. And now you wind up your whole goddamn career based on being a cop.
He gave my game up. Damn. First time I've ever been decoded.
Rolling Stone.
No. That's the key. That's one of my tricks is do the opposite. So, in other words, if I'm not going to make the most gangster shit, I'm going to make something for the kids. I'm going to go the opposite. Like if you write R&B songs, you can sing, Baby Don't Leave Me, Baby Don't Leave Me. But there's another song. It's I'm so glad you left me. Just whatever's I can give somebody a career right now. Take every hot song and write the opposite.
Do the opposite.
Mm-hmm. And there's a song right there.
Counterpoint.
Point, counterpoint. And that's one of my keys. I'm like, okay, we've gone so dark. It's time to do something the other direction.
And it worked.
Just to keep people off balance. Keep them guessing. That's a street term. You always keep a motherfucker guessing. What happens is you become predictable. And predictability is boring.
You see how many emails we get every other month talking about, is Ice-T going to do New Jack City too? Ice-T's on Law and Order, man. Special Victor Unit, man.
I do New Jack City. I can't do New Jack City 2 because New Jack City, I was 20 years younger, so they would have to do New Jack City 2 with me in charge of some young kids or something like that. Somebody had just got to me today. I'm just like to do an NWA movie, but they had to get kids to do it to portray Dre.
Cube's son is in there. It looks fly.
And from what I understand, that movie's going to be crazy.
I like that trailer they got.
I'm looking forward to that, most definitely. Man.
Hey, but that's love, and that's TV with Grandmaster Caz and Ice-T. Thanks to all the SVU fans out there, 17 seasons. Yo, this is Ice-T, Grandmaster Caz, Mick Benzo, and this is movies. You seen any good movies? You watch? What you been to the movies?
Not really, not lately, man.
What kind of movies do you like? Are you like? Do you go to chick flicks with wifey?
Nah. Wifey watch her shit, and I watch mine. You know what I mean? Every now and then, I'll get stuck on something she watching, and I catch myself and leave. But nah.
Do you like watch the Science Channel or Discovery
more
History?
Action, shoot 'em up type shit, man. If you
that's TV. I just flipped the TV.
A good, suspenseful movie with twist in it. I think the last good movie I saw was The Loft. I really dug that movie, man. That had me going back.
Who was in it? What star was
The
it?
Loft was damn. Fuck, I don't
the
know.
reason we do this is because so the listeners can go check it out.
I got you.
So what was it about?
It was about these guys, four friends who rented a loft apartment. This guy was an architect, and
I know what that
he
is.
designed the building, but he took a floor. And him and his boys bought this loft, and this is a loft that's their own private little,
It's like their little cheating spot,
right? Exactly.
Where they can go off to and have their own spot. And
exactly.
Nobody
Each
knew.
of them, a high-rise building, one of them nice joints.
So they spent
too,
some
and
money.
all of them has some paper. And what happens is each of them was taking joints up in there, back and forth, doing their thing, and they found a dead chick in the bed.
That's never good.
So the rest of the movie is like, who was up here with this chick? Who, you know what I mean? Which one of you? And it was a lot of intrigue. I don't want to give the movie away, but that was the best.
Well,
the
you
last
know what?
good movie I saw.
When you start off, what they say, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive, So once you start off, well, all right, let's go get a loft where we can run off from wifey and have a spot. You already starting off in a zone.
Yeah.
Now
you already putting a whole set of circumstances.
Now a dead girl is never
It's
good.
Never a good look.
Never a good look.
Have you ever been? I've been in this situation where I thought one of my partners died. Right, just being in a room with a dead body.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
No, I had a friend die, a guy named Michael Henderson, and one time we were having a party and he passed out, and they thought he was dead, and my niggas is checking his pulse and checking for breathing, and his pulse must have been low. I even checked his pulse. He was dead, right? And then all of a sudden, niggas started trying to check his jewelry and shit. Like, like that watch, like he ain't gonna need that. I'm like, niggas ain't grave robbing right in my house, right? So we was sitting there looking at him for about 20 minutes, like, do we call the police? Like, the nigga is dead, right? And then the nigga just said, we like, what is he doing? He said, oh, yeah. I'm like, this motherfucker's alive, right? And then they shook him and they put some cold water on his face and he came to.
That's crazy.
He had just gone in some kind of, weed-induced coma. Because there wasn't no hard drugs in the room, just weed. But
That's crazy.
They used to smoke a lot of weed in my house. And I wouldn't let the nigga take. I won't even say the dirty nigga that was looking at his watch.
All right.
But grave robbing ghouls.
But he won't be in the crib, though.
Hey, go see The Loft. I'm going to see it because Caz said it. I don't listen to movie critics out there. One of my homies got to give it the thumbs up because we see things similarly. A lot of times the movie critics say something's bad. I definitely don't see it because I think they suckers. I'm like, nah, I'm going to see it. The Loft looks good. And a dead woman or dead body is never good.
Never a good look.
And that was movies. This Final Level Podcast number 33. I'm Ice-T. I got Mick Benzo and one of my great inspirations and mentors, the Grandmaster of them all, Grandmaster Caz,
baby,
in the building.
Oh,
and this is games. You don't play video games? You play?
Oh, yeah. I'm a 2K15 cat all day.
Oh, you play the sports game?
Yeah, I play basketball, Madden. But I'm on shoot 'em up shit too. I'm Call of Duty.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit! You found somebody because
I've been trying
I don't
to get
play no
at y'all,
games.
man.
I don't play no games.
I know you.
Oh
big.
no, we got an SMG clan.
Right.
We got a clan, so we got kids from Liverpool. We got kids from Rhode Island. You know who plays with us? Lord Jamar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
You know what his tag is? Damn. What was the horse that used Quick Draw McGraw?
Oh, okay.
Quick Draw McGraw.
Quick Draw McGraw, and I got some kids from Brooklyn, a father and son team, one we call Hype Enigma.
So yours is SMG?
SMG is the clan, but I'm Lord 187X. So it's Lord capital letters and then 187X. Now, all y'all out there that's going to try to become my friend on Xbox, it's already overloaded, and I can't take any more friends.
But you're making exceptions for Grandmaster Caz.
Caz is going to get in because I'm going to send him a friend request, and then I can get him in. But it's overloaded. You know, everybody, you know, would like to play. But if you see the SMG clan on the internet, just lay down. Just go find a bush and camp because we coming through. I'm letting niggas have it. They not getting it. Kill death ratio's sick. So we have a good time on there. I just been playing. You know what I played recently was Resident Evil. The first one. It's called survival horror, Mickey. So
you played that before though, right?
Back in the day, this shit came out before the internet.
Okay.
So back in the day, and you know they relaunched it, and you know you just kind of like walking through a house and monsters is jumping out, and you got a shotgun, and there's lots of puzzles and shit. But it was the game that got me into console gaming. You know, it was the game, and I tell people all the time, I say, you look at games as being a nerd thing, but most musicians spend their life on a tour bus or locked in a studio, and I ain't never even seen a dope house that didn't have a fucking PlayStation.
Right, exactly. Anywhere you sit for amounts of time, nigga.
Yeah. Street cats play video games. Nothing nerdy about it, you know? So we have a good time on it, but I advise you, if you haven't revisited Resident Evil, and if that was one of your games, go get it and see how difficult this game is. I started playing it, and I'm like, oh, man, it's an old game. It's going to be easy. Man, I'm all on YouTube cheating, looking at the videos, walkthroughs and everything. Now you can go on YouTube, and they got somebody that'll just walk you through. And I'm cheating, and Coco goes, you cheating again? Well, it ain't cheating, baby. It's kind of like I need a little assistance because I'm
resourceful, right?
I'm stuck right now. But you play now. Do you play when you play Madden and all that? Do you play online?
I you know what? I've played online, but I prefer to play somebody one-on-one. I play
in your house.
I got my dudes, you know, that play, and we play. You know what I mean? My man Mike C from the Fearless Four.
Mike, my man.
I whoop his ass on the daily. All right, we get on for work. Yo, you ready? Yeah, all right. Let me roll up, nigga. Get him on Skype. Put him on. And then we rock out.
But you guys are still online. He's not at your house.
No. We play online. Yeah. We play online. But I'm not in the online community. I just never really felt comfortable just playing any old motherfucker I don't know.
Well, you know, the cool thing about being online is, like I'm saying, me and you can play. You could chop it up. We could talk. Lil Ice is in L.A., you know? So this gives me a chance as a father and son just to go online and sit with my son and play, you know, over. It's really amazing that they can connect all people from all over the world, and they're playing the same game, seeing the same thing. That technology, I think people just take for granted when you're playing online, and the speed of it.
I think people, you know, underestimate, you know, the government's capabilities. I mean, motherfucker, you think that's something? What about the shit we don't know about, man? Exactly. That we don't have access to. You know what I mean?
Speaking on the government, you know, GPS, right? That's something that's in the cars now, and we all got. You know, I was doing some research on GPS, and I found out that during Clinton's administration, they activated it. Now, prior to that, the GPS was really created for the military, and before he activated it, there was GPS, but it would put you within 100 yards of something. It wasn't as pinpoint.
Right.
He hit some switch, and that shit went to where it almost knows how to the. You know, when you pull up on a corner, it knows exactly.
Yeah. When we pulled up here, it said your destination is on the right.
To a foot.
To the gate. You can press satellite and actually see where you at.
And with the GPS guided missile, they can land it right in your ass crack from outer space. Right, because it's going to guide just like that same GPS thing is. So if it's you said it. What do they have?
It's a big ass camera up in the fucking sky, looking down, taking pictures of everything and everybody, and they connected each other. One person fucking of interest, satellite feeds off. That's what gives us our communications network, man. That's how the fuck we talk to people on the phone, man. It's one
person of interest, baby. It's being showed all over. Those cameras is everywhere. That's GPS.
That's everywhere.
GPS, period, B.
You know, the satellite controlling.
Cameras?
No, the satellite is controlling.
But the satellite brings it in.
Images.
That is the GPS. It gets you where you're going.
Right.
And then when you looking you ride in your car, what are you seeing when it's telling you make a left, make a right? Is that a camera, sir?
No, you're looking at a fake map that's on the ground.
A Google map.
That's a map.
Well, that's Mictionary shit, man. That's my shit.
No, but you can actually tap into a satellite
that can show us this house
and show us where we at right now. Google Earth.
Google.
Yeah, and that's from outer space.
Nah, that's Google.
And that's crazy. And
that's a camera. That's crazy.
I just think Caz said it basically. If that's all we know about, imagine what they got. And if he could hit the switch and make it pop up right on your ass, they can hit the switch and make GPS not work.
Exactly. Did that shit right now.
And there was a special switch that turned it on for the public. It was already on for the...
Right,
so there's one right here for the military.
Uh-huh.
The one right here for the public. He turned the public on. And that allowed all these things to work for us.
Well, see, when they take it to another level, then okay, let them get that because we up here now. Let them get that.
Yeah, we got the small.
Their technology
is
fucking leagues ahead of what we have access
bounds
to.
ahead of us.
The next level is the drones. The drone shit. If you get hip to the drone game, we could be sitting right here. A nigga could just float a drone right outside the window.
Yeah, but I think that's the dumbest shit that they doing with them drones. It's fucking with airplanes and everything, dog. It can cause crash airplane, just throwing up shit, just being in the way. You see that? That's annoying. Now you talking about doing it with what is that? Amazon wants to deliver your package through drones.
With drones?
It's ridiculous, man. Dude, listen, basically we just going
them shits out the sky, man, getting your packages, man.
Oh shit. Never say never.
You know what we getting? We getting the Jetsons in 2015.
It's a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, basically.
Listen. Quincy Jones taught me the best game I ever got. There's no way you're gonna stop the future, man. You can sit up and say, "Oh man, that's whack. That's not happening." If they got plans on doing it,
it's going
to happen.
And whatever you thought was cool or you was going to stick with that, they're going to make that shit obsolete. So you got to move on. You got to move up to the next shit.
I always tell people, what happened to Kodak? Picture me with a Kodak.
That was the mad tag.
You know what happened to it? Cell phones came along.
Digital photos. Who would ever think something as elementary as getting film developed would be obsolete? There is nowhere, like you have to go, if you say you have a roll of film, man, you might have to travel 20 minutes in New York to find a place that develops film. They're looking at you crazy, like, what are you doing? You
exactly. They phasing all that shit.
The internet, you go ahead and put a picture in there and put you some damn photo paper in there and make your own picture in there.
You know, also the Xboxes and PlayStation was a big controversy about them because the Xbox can stay on at all times, and it actually, you can talk to it and tell it to come on. So people would like...
What, a new Xbox?
Yeah,
the Xbox One.
Meaning a motherfucker got a live mic in your house. So there's a lot.
Exactly, and an eye.
Yeah.
And a camera, because if you can see yourself, they can see you. And when your shit is off, that shit is still on.
They still can see
you. Right, so people can look right into your living room.
We just segued from gaming into technology and how crazy shit is, but this is a good topic. You know, when, like I always tell you, what we call this is building. You know, when brothers start talking and you start building, everybody wins, you know. And I watched a thing on television where they show people that can actually turn the camera on in your iPad, turn it on.
He just said that. He said they still be on even when you think you turned it off. It can be on.
No, I'm not talking about the Xbox.
No, that was the Xbox.
I'm talking about your iPad.
I'm talking about the computer. Right.
Turn this on.
It's on.
You won't see a light.
Right. And they can still see.
And hear. And they can turn the mic on that phone on and leave the phone looking like it's off. So, you know, here's what I predict. This is my next prediction, and I said it before, but this is what I think. Okay, you know how the phone is a GPS device right now. You can go out and use it. So that basically means once I turn this phone on, it knows where I am, right? I believe the cops can find this phone.
Sure they can.
With the not where it pinged off of, where I am. If they know this is my phone number, they can find it. Once that technology becomes something readily available, the hackers will get it. Once the hackers get it, they're going to release that to the public. And at that minute, anybody who has a phone will be able to be followed by anybody. By me just having your phone number, I'll be able to pinpoint you. Now, think about that for women. Think about that for stalkers. Think of people are going to be taking the batteries out of their phones because very soon, people are going to be able to find you. I'm talking about seriously find you if your phone is on.
Ice, people can do that right now.
They can do that now, Ice. I mean, you can
do that right now.
The book that we have with Mirror Image.
You can do that right now.
Whoa, pause.
The book we got with Mirror Image, we did that in that book. One of the books that you have out right now. We talked about that. We let it be known. That book called Mirror Image. Your book?
Yes.
That's in there right now.
I think I should know. I wrote that.
Yeah, but then you're telling them what you're saying. It's gonna be done. It's done already.
Now.
Not for the public.
My wife would know where I'm at. All she got to do is put something in my location will pop up. You can go on
right now.
Go on Facebook or something, and it'll tell you.
And it'll tell you where you at.
It'll tell you where you
at.
at.
But someone else can find out where your phone is.
Yes,
I can locate my phone. Just go get an app.
But I'm saying, but you want to locate it. If I just have, let's say, Mike's number, can I find him right now? Is there something in the internet that allow me to locate him to where he's sitting right now?
Well, you need an app. Like you can't just go to your phone and say, "Where's Mike?"
Is there an app?
There's an app.
Okay, so basically, so all the hackers would have to do is load the app into your phone, and that's basically like boosting its GPS signature.
Yeah.
Listen, shit's getting pretty hectic. That's all I gotta say.
You don't want
and you know what? This was cell phone. This is what that was my point.
What?
In a minute, people are gonna realize that these phones are tracking devices.
Exactly.
And wanna
you ain't gonna need you ain't gonna want no cell phone after a while.
Listen, every time I do something on this motherfucking phone, I'll be like, damn. They got that too. You know what I mean? Because you can't escape it. There's no defense. You would have to be a hacker yourself,
right?
And to be able to
delete it out.
Exactly. To keep somebody from being able to hack you or get into your shit because you know how that shit works. But the average person out here, man, they listening to your thing, they watching your pictures, your video, everything you do on your phone. People can get into it. Right?
Well, you know, that segment started out as games, but the technology out there right now is not a game.
It ain't a game.
And that was games. Yo, this is Final Level Podcast number 33 with Grandmaster Caz, Mick, Benzo, and this is music.
Hey, man, I got some good music coming up, too, baby. You know what? Y'all can check me out on BlackberrySoulRadio.com, though, you know? I need them to listen to my shit,
How do you do that, Mick?
Because I need them to listen to my shit, man, on BlackberrySoulRadio.com. But now, on the real, April 18th.
Troy is laughing over there.
What you
April
doing,
18th, right?
You making records?
Hey, you got to hear that song, baby.
No, explain BlackberryRadio.com.
BlackberrySoulRadio.com is on the internet, and what I do is I go on YouTube and get MP3s and load my music up. And you hear my love songs, you know what I mean? I'm doing Zulu Love, baby. It's Zulu Love Radio, you know?
Give us a little.
I can see where everybody on the planet would want to tune into that.
At 11 p.m.
Give me a little bit
at 11 p.m. Eastern, you tune in, baby, because the Baby Powder Man is in there. You spread the baby powder all over the sheets. Listen, bro, spread the baby powder all over the sheets, right? And I took a dive, man. And I came up and I looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost, baby. You just listen to it, man.
That's
just go
sexy?
on.
Was that sexy?
You didn't get it, though. I didn't throw it all away. I didn't throw it all away.
Trying to find something sexy in it.
Mickey, I mean the baby.
I didn't go all
I'm
the
not
way.
fucked with you,
Listen,
Mickey.
11 p.m.
You just creeped
Eastern
everybody
time.
out.
11 p.m. Eastern time.
I can't even use baby powder no more. I'm gonna be thinking about that shit.
Come up and look like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Now listen, all right, 11. Now just because you
11
said that, I'm
p.m. Eastern time. BlackberrySoulRadio.com. Tune in. Ask Busy B. Does he love it? Ask Michelle. Does she love it? Ice refuse to listen to it. It's the dopest shit out.
I just don't know how to listen to it, and you got to explain it.
You got to listen to it. It's radio. You're listening to me on the radio.
So it's just your selection.
So I go on. Wait a minute.
But it's love song.
Mick,
I got you.
Pretend like I'm a dummy. What I do is I turn on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
I put in www.BlackberrySoulRadio.com at 9 p.m.
No, at 11 p.m. Eastern time.
On Monday.
PM. Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm on 5 days away. It's a Quiet Storm show.
Okay, I pushed the button, and when that loads, it's just going to come through the speakers?
It's just going to come through the speakers with no argument. You ain't got to press no button. As soon as you get to it, it's going to come on.
Well, thank you for explaining it to me.
Yeah.
Baby powder gonna come out the speakers.
No. You gonna hear some fly shit. Action Man, Chief Rocket Busy. Call him after this. Hey, look,
Baby powder gonna come out the speakers.
April 18th in Los Angeles, California. Ice gonna be appearing out there. For the Crush Group, that's a K-Day show they doing out there. That's going to be really, really big.
That's going to be big. That's my
birthday,
birthday,
out in Los Angeles, California, check it out. But I know Sunday, May 31st, the last show we're going to do in New York City for a long time, Body Count will be live at the Paramount Theater in Huntington, New York. Now, that's May 31st. If you haven't seen Body Count and you in New York City, come out to the Paramount in Huntington, New York. That's going to be the last show Body Count do. Probably in a year, we'll tell, right?
Oh, yeah, we're going to do this one in the States. You know, everybody, we did the New York show recently, and that was sold out, and everybody's like, we got to get another gig in the city before you guys go overseas. We're going overseas to do like 25 dates all over Europe. We're doing a big festival tour, and then we're going to come back, start working on a new album. Yes, there will be a new album.
For Body Count?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. We got a new album. Sumerian wants to do another record.
Oh, man,
so,
that's nice.
You know, we're going to do this concert. I mean, it's going to be crazy. The 31st, if you've never witnessed Body Count, it's something you got to see live. It's like a hockey game. It's not good on TV.
It's fast, too, baby.
It's not good
fast,
on TV.
Baby.
You got to come
see
get
it
in
live.
the pit
See
and
it
see it live to
See it
really
live.
feel it, you know. But I can't wait to do it. New York crowds are always the sickest, you know, because they got New York hardcore here. And that's very much kind of like what Body Count is.
Body Count's going to tear some ass up May 31st, man.
Yeah,
At the Paramount
I'm in
Huntington
there.
in New York. And then on April 18th, if you're in New York City, you need to come by BB King's because the Foursome D's is doing their 30th anniversary, man. That's
Okay.
going to be hot, too. That's going to be real hot, you know?
BB Kings, baby.
Yeah, BB King's going to be popping. But
All kind of
don't
great
forget,
shit going on my
but don't
birthday,
forget
your
man.
birthday.
Yeah, right.
It's big,
on
man.
your birthday. Yeah, that is your birthday.
I
It's
tell you,
good
man.
shit, yeah.
National holiday
But
out this
before
bitch,
we
man.
finish, right? Before I finish, in the month of July, the Art of Rap Festival will be taking place. And we're going to see, if you want to see the Cold Crush Brothers all over the world, y'all need to come to San Francisco because they're going to be there doing their motherfucking thing. No bullshit. Cold Crush Brothers has not performed. How long y'all ain't performed together?
A few years, man.
A few years, but they're going to see the whole group. They're going to see the whole group with the Art of Rap. The Art of Rap is going to go down. I know Ice-T going to be up in there. I can throw that out. You know, a few other names. I got Chief
Big
Rocket
Daddy
Busy
Kane.
Hoping. Oh, Kane is in the building. Kane's in the building. You know, Game's in the building too.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
big.
But we ain't going to give it all to you. July. Be looking out for the Art of Rap. Now that I said that, and the Cold Crush Brothers will be performing.
Is there a website to the festival?
TheArtofRap.com. TheArtofRap.com. Just go to ArtofRap.com. Yeah.
There it is. And that was music. Before we get into this week's interview with my man Grandmaster Caz, let's take a second to talk about the Grandmaster of all website builders. You guessed it, I'm talking about Squarespace. Squarespace is a great place to build an affordable and beautiful website with absolutely no coding experience. All of this still for only $8 a month. So look, you don't just have to take my word for it. We got an email from Dennis Skyam at iceandmick@gmail.com, and he said, quote, "Hey, Ice and Mick, I'm a photographer. And when I'm out shooting on my own, I always listen to podcasts. And the Final Level podcast is a regular fixture. So when I heard you guys tell me all about the virtues of Squarespace, I thought I'd give it a go. And I'm glad I did. It's so much smoother than WordPress and Tumblr. It's easy to manage, and I can change the look of my site on the fly. I had a customization issue I couldn't quite figure out, but a very nice lady from Squarespace support got me all sorted out. Now I get to spend more time on my photos and less time messing with my site. Thanks, guys." And I just want to say thank you, Dennis. And I checked out his website, draftlab.net, and it's awesome. He's an amazing photographer. And although all y'all know I don't like the cold weather, My man's pictures of Iceland got me reconsidering my stance. I mean, it is called Iceland, right? For a free trial with no credit card required, go to squarespace.com. When you're blown away and ready to confirm a plan, use the offer code ICE and get 10% off. You'll be getting a great deal and you'll be supporting the podcast, helping to keep it free. That's SQUARESPACE.com. Offer code ICE. Don't forget to send your Squarespace site to us, iceandmick@gmail.com. We might even talk about your site on the show. That's squarespace.com. Offer code ICE.
Podcast number 33, Ice-T, Mick, Benzo, and the grandest of them all. He go by the name of Grandmaster Caz, man. Now, y'all know his birthday is April the 18th, right? And this is already out because it's April the 15th. But if it's April the 18th, you get your ass up and see Grandmaster Caz, man.
Yeah, right? And we got Caz.
You got a lot of spots you're going to be doing around that time. So we want our audience, because a lot of them in New York, and they some in Atlanta, some in Chicago, some in Detroit. They all want to come see the Grandmaster Caz. If they don't, they missing out on something good.
Well, love is love, man. It's all good. Like I said, I'm going to have enough parties where 1,000 motherfuckers. You don't make one, you going to make another one, man. But like I said, the big joint is on April 25th, and that's where, I got everybody coming.
You got Kool Herc with that one.
Yeah, me and Kool Herc.
I want to come to that one. Where's that going to be, Caz?
That's at the Andrew Friedman home on the mansion on the concourse.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I know the father, Kool Herc.
Yeah, I mean, me and Herc, man. When Ice was talking earlier about, what I mean, I know somebody must have, inspired you or gave you. If anybody really made me want to get in this, it was Kool Herc.
Well, take us back. That's the Herculoids, baby. Come on, talk to this. They want to know. They want to know.
Look, let's start this interview with Grandmaster Caz.
Let's do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do that.
Yeah, so I'm very honored to have Grandmaster Caz here, like somebody who had a lot of influence on me being a new MC. And, I took what he gave me and I give it back to every young MC I meet. I try to be that person because you never know where they're going to end up. You don't want to be that guy that was a sucker. So when they blow up, they start making albums about you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you and also that's what fly motherfuckers do. But Caz, your story, when we did the movie The Art of Rap, we knew that you were like the main axis of the game. You were somebody who, if you don't start with the beginning, how do you start a story? So, I mean, take us back to when you was 13 and give us a quick run through, how it happened, man.
When I was 13, man, I lived up the block from Kool Herc up in the Bronx. So I was too young to go to parties, so I wasn't at the first party that he gave. But the awareness of Kool Herc and his movement was going on right down the block from me. So I was dancing. I was a b-boy.
Right.
That was my introduction into hip hop. And I was with a group of guys that lived down the block from Kool Herc. They call themselves the Casanova Crew. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. I'm with this. I can get with this. So let me get down. I got down with them. And that's how I got my name, Casanova Fly. Now, because everybody in the crew name was Casanova something.
It seems like a lot of people that ended up rapping started off dancing. We talked to Kool Keith. He said he was a dancer. I used to try to b-boy and break. Mm-hmm. So that's the beauty of hip-hop. It has your 5 elements. You have all these elements. It gives you a chance to get in. Then you say, you know what? I'm more of a DJ.
Exactly. and ground level is dancing. Mm-hmm. Everybody go to party to dance. Right. So, you don't need no prerequisite or nothing. You going to dance. And that brings you into the scene. Mm-hmm. Once you get into the scene, you see what else is going on. There's DJs, there's MCs, there's, you know what I mean, graffiti going on. So you could, you might gravitate towards another element. I covered it all.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing graffiti when I was a kid. I started breakdancing. I saw Kool Herc DJ. I was like, fuck dancing. I want to make people dance.
Right.
And then I became a DJ. The microphone comes with the set, and there it is. I did it all.
So you just doing it. Now, I also learned from a lot of the OGs as far as this goes that it had a lot to do with your system too back then.
Everything. It had everything to do with your sound system, because back in the days, hip hop wasn't about the MCs or rappers. It was about the DJ. Okay, the DJ was the man. That's who you wanted to be. You didn't want to be an MC. MC carried crates and shit. You know what I mean? And may be able to get on the mic.
Might get on the mic.
Might, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And when you do, it's like, here, say my name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's why the early groups start with the DJ's name.
Always. And so as a DJ, I mean, the mic was just used to make announcements, man. You know what I mean?
Right. Shout out my man Larry. Just
Shout
walked
out
in the building.
And you know, so and so, your father's at the door. You know, that type shit. But you know, people started to embellish the announcements and this and that, and it, you know, you gravitate, listen to commercials and jingles and stuff, and that's how the rap grew into rap as we know it today. But I mean, it was all separate, you know, energies that kind of came together, man. In
I mean,
one
but
place
when I saw Wild
made
Style,
hip-hop.
I saw y'all battling people. You know what I mean?
Well, battling, once you became entrenched in the culture, then you know, all right, now it's time to make a stand. Who you want to be here? You want to be recognized for what you do. This ain't about you just doing it. This is about you being known for doing it.
So where was the first time you really touched the mic and decided, okay, I'm gonna be a rapper?
75, I would say I kind of officially kind of moved over more towards concentrating on the mic, because nobody was like rhyming or rapping the way that we do now. It was all about party talk. You know what I mean? The conversation was party talk. Throw your hands in the air, do this, call and response. You know what I mean? But once I heard a rhyme, or once I heard somebody say like a phrase or something, I'm like, yo, why stop there?
Right.
And then I just started writing.
One of your most legendary rhymes is Yvette.
Yeah, Yvette.
And that was like the first story rhyme I ever heard. Because I had heard other types, you know, like you're saying, there's different formulas to rhyme, you know. So, you know, Mel did the message, which is something that's like a motivational speech about experience. But Yvette was a start to the end, a long story. And it was amazing to me because I had never heard a story like you saying. Throw your hands in the air, party, call, respond.
Right.
I'm about to tell y'all a story.
But check this out.
Yeah,
right?
Now, what made you do that?
I just writing, man. I wanted to do what people wasn't doing.
It was a long time ago that I never
like you.
forget.
I was trying to do what people wasn't doing, or if I heard something, because a lot of us like to think, yeah, you know, I came up with this on my own, or I did all this, I did it, you know what I mean? And I had the attitude earlier in the game too, but I'm older and I know better. None of us made up shit, man. We all saw something and then we dug it and we embellished. You know, we took it and we ran with it. And that's what I did, you know what I mean? But me, everything I saw, I took it and ran with it. So nobody could have nothing over me. There's nothing you can do that I can't do.
Breakdancing to DJing to rapping.
Exactly.
graffiti,
as far as this
all of
hip hop
it.
shit is concerned, nigga, this is mine. Everything with it. Everything I got to do with it. I'm deeply and thoroughly entrenched in the shit. So the MC, the microphone was the last thing to come into play. The microphone is where I rested. You know what I mean? I danced for a while, did graffiti for a while, DJ, but I, when I hit that mic, I'm home. This is me.
Well,
this is what I am.
You just answered another puzzling question. I didn't know that you was a graffiti writer, and then I was always amazed at how you wrote your rhymes in perfect penmanship, and that becomes because you're a writer.
Yeah,
and you are, it's all art to you.
I think I think they taught you in school to write that goddamn.
No. When I was a kid, I went to Catholic school. I went to Catholic school.
You write neat.
When I was a kid, I wrote before they let us write. You know, when you in first grade or second, you know, you got the chart up on the top and the big letters and then the script letters. We ain't on script yet. We on regular letters. I'm writing script. I'm writing script, everything. And my teacher like, wait, hold up. No, hold up my ass. I got this. You know what I mean? So my penmanship game been tight since I was in second grade.
The nigga just said penmanship.
Yeah, the penmanship. And they saw that in the art of rap. They seen your neat
No,
book, the way
that's
you
what
did it.
That's but I learned penmanship in school. I understand.
It's
Preach,
art
Caz.
to how you write. Penmanship. You know what I'm saying? And So when you brought up to them when we were doing the movie about my handwriting, he was like, "Yo, show him your books. Show some of your books." And
That's
then I pull out the
crazy.
books, I got a book deal behind it because
That's
of you.
crazy.
So, you know what I mean?
See, things happen.
But everything ain't gonna fascinate you. Everything ain't gonna fascinate you. I remember when I was in LA, on some street shit, I had a stash spot in my car with a magnet that popped it. And niggas was like, yo, show them that. Because I'm not fascinated by your car, but I like the stash spot thing.
Now that's cool.
Now that was dope. So I was like, okay, I've seen rappers, I've heard rappers, but I ain't never seen these types of books. Like his books are like affidavits. Like my raps are disposable. I ball them up.
Right.
He keeps them shits in it's like a book form. You need to them shits can be in the Smithsonian the way you write rhymes.
They're in Cornell University. They're part of the Cornell collection.
Real talk?
Yeah, I handed them over
wow.
earlier this year.
That's so bad, man, too.
Yeah, man. Because we ain't gonna be here forever, man. And the things that we collect over our years, it means shit to us, but it might not mean nothing to our kids. Let's say I drop dead tomorrow, and then my kids find these big boxes full of books and papers. Half of that shit ain't gonna mean nothing to them.
It should be exposed to the masses, man.
I wanted it to be conserved, because I wanted to be preserved forever.
Yeah, that's dope.
And when they came at me with it, it made sense. It's like I don't want this.
What am I
gonna
do with this right now?
I wouldn't have it all these years if it didn't mean nothing to me.
Exactly.
So for it to be here forever and people can go and access it and study it and stuff like that. When I agreed to give them my collection, the chick said, "Welcome to immortality."
Real talk.
Forever.
Welcome to immortality, because from here on, you gonna be here forever.
Grandmaster Caz.
There's a record of you forever now.
That's what
I ended up in I'd never been honored in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I'm at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the when you walk through the museum in Cleveland, and they actually said, just give me this, give me that. And that's what they asked for. Can we just get a piece of paper where you wrote one of the songs? So I just ripped it out of my book, and it's jacked up handwriting and stuff. But now when I see the display, it's kind of like a code. It's like, this is a song that y'all love, but this is where it was written. This is paper music. This is where it started. Now what you're hearing on the radio, but the scribbles and the lines crossed out, it means something. And they put some of us, our stuff in the Smithsonian that time. Who would think as kids that you'd be in museums and at college?
Exactly.
From the Bronx. You're from the
I
Bronx.
was just at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Me and Joe Conzo, he got a photo exhibit that they had out there. And, we did Q&A and stuff like that. And I gave him a book. I gave him one of my books. I just got a letter from them recently.
I got one of your books.
You ain't got my book?
Nah, niggas stole that.
You just went on. Your shit went on sale. Your shit went on sale. You just ain't getting nobody nothing.
Listen, I got the book deal from the Lyric Book Company out in the UK. And Amazon was my U.S. distributor. So they sent me a bunch of books.
Right.
Advance sent me a bunch of books of my own. And if you wanted to buy the book, you had to go to Amazon. Now, I don't know what the deal over there is. Amazon, how long they keep stuff. But apparently, my shit wasn't flying off the shelf. So they sent the boxes
They sent you all that stuff back.
To me.
Well, guess what? We can use it right here. We can use it right here, baby.
And I sell them shits every day, a few at a time.
If they want to buy a book real quick, where can they go buy a book?
I got them.
Email?
I got them. You got to holler at me. Email directly, Grandmaster Caz 07 at Gmail.
They can purchase one of them Grandmaster Caz books.
Autographed.
Okay.
Autographed.
07, Grandmaster Caz 07 at gmail.com. Okay, Mickey. You like to jump ahead because you know Caz.
Yeah,
you got to remember, everybody
the audience,
know Caz.
Some of our audience, they want to hear about Caz.
So we're at the point right now. You done picked up the mic. You've rested on the mic. You're starting to write these different rhymes and this, that, and the other. So how did the Cold Crush Brothers come?
All right. Really quickly.
Okay, go whatever you
I want to, because the Yvette thing. I didn't really go into deep. Yvette, I wrote Yvette because the stuff that people were saying to me was corny. Okay? And I think that's why I write the way I do, because I don't want to sound corny. I don't want to sound like that. I don't want to say something and it doesn't get like, whoa.
Right.
Everything I say, it
gotta have weight.
Exactly. It got to be weight. And the Yvette thing, nobody was writing rhymes about girls. Nobody wasn't writing. I mean, Spoonie G has a reputation for, being the guy, but I wrote Yvette, like in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? And it was about creating a scenario that people could, relate to. So Yvette wasn't true. Even though I do have had a girl named Yvette. Right. I got a baby. I got a daughter from her. And everybody thought it was about her, but it wasn't. I just made up a story that everybody could relate to. I try to make it funny.
I call it faction.
There you go.
You go. You use factual situations, but you create a fictional story.
It didn't actually happen, but it could.
Yeah, and all these things might have happened at different, but it's all real. It's real. It's not fantasy. It's like at no point did you fly through the air.
Exactly. But I wanted to put it in a place where anybody listen to it, be like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah,
right.
And it stand the test of time. I remember I was in LA with you. One of the first times when I came out to LA and we did some kind of event. And I did Yvette. And people were singing Yvette in the spot.
Right, from the West Coast.
That may not sound like a big deal.
No, that was big.
But I'm from New York. Yeah, and this is the early days of hip hop. This is before we made records or anything like that. When you was talking about earlier, it was just cassette. I might have been at the radio and all they had was cassettes of us. This motherfucker was singing my rap word for word.
Yeah, but Caz, you gotta remember, we live in New York and a lot of people come from down south or Miami or Los Angeles. They would get those tapes and send them to their families, such as LA, so they can hear what we were doing in New York.
I'm going to explain this. I'll explain it. The same thing happened to me in that club. See, hip-hop hadn't broken.
But you from LA.
No, dog. Pause, Mr. Benson. Hip-hop hadn't broken nationally. It was still underground. But that radio club was a club of hip-hop lovers. You could have went anywhere else in that city and no one would have known nothing that you didn't exist. But it was in that small club, they were like connoisseurs. Those people came from all over the city to break dance, to be in that. It was like our miniature Roxy.
But that's where Africa Islam went.
Because it was the only club of its kind on the West Coast. And it was run by a guy named KK and a guy named Alex Jordan. And they were French by way of New York. They had gotten hip to the hip-hop culture in New York. They created this club in New York. Now, they had a playlist in that club.
In LA.
And they would play tapes. And they would play wax and stuff, but they only played New York hip hop.
Okay, I just said they got the cassettes from New York to get to your radio club in L.A.
Right, but with Caz we're trying to explain to you, it wasn't L.A. It was a small club in L.A.
Right.
No one in L.A. Look, put it like this. I dropped a record in L.A. Nobody in L.A. heard it. This club found out there was an LA rapper. They wasn't playing me on the radio. They got that record and they would spin it every night in the club. So what happened was you would have a hit in that club.
In the club, exactly.
That club, you was a hit. No one heard about you on the radio, but in that club.
Okay, good concept what you just said. Radio wasn't playing us like that at that time. The only way we was being noticed is in the club. So the person that came to that club and heard it, let's just say in New York City, he had got a cassette from somebody, sent it over to that club. Radio wasn't playing us. I don't think your K-Day was up and running at that time.
No, this is what Caz is saying.
No, this is prior to all that.
And that's why it was amazing.
That's why, right. That's why it was so amazing, because how did you hear that? You all the way over here.
That's how.
But like you said, the cassettes and people going into the service really spread hip hop around a lot. Because you got cats who from New York or whatever. They going to Army, they going to South Carolina, they going here, they going there, and they taking whatever with them.
They took the
So they exposed a lot of people, and overseas as well. Right. A lot of cats going to Japan and that back in the day, they had their little, Dude, little hip hop with them.
I got the call from that club to perform. I had made my first rap record. Nobody was called Cold Wind Madness. Nobody gave a fuck about that record. That record, I was about to get back to stealing. I was back to stealing and everything else. And I was like, fuck hip hop. My niggas was like, nigga, you better come get this money. And they called me to that club. That club might have been one of the keys to saving my life. They called me to the club. I went in that club. I went on the stage just like Caz, and the people knew every word to my record. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm coming here every week.
Okay.
I may not be a star in L.A. In this spot, I was the pill. Mm-hmm. So what Alex did was he let me kind of be the host on the stage and shit. And that's how I met Caz. That's how I met Islam. I met Grand Mixer DST because they would bring people from New York to play in this small little club. Malcolm McLaren played in that club. Adam Ant back in the days. Madonna was in that club. Yep. And that was how I met Africa Islam. Now, when these guys came out to L.A., they like, well, how you got a Porsche? Like, you know, right? You're like,
word up. I'm like, yo, this nigga got a Porsche.
Right.
What you doing?
How you do this off rapping?
And I never forget one of the rappers, I don't know, it was maybe Houdini or somebody. And I was asking them, because I was like the rap groupie of L.A. Any new real rapper, I wanted to meet him. And they was like, why you want to rap? Like, because like I'm saying, at that time, nobody had bought a car rapping yet.
Right. Nobody's getting no money like that.
It was something to waste time doing. And, you know, okay. So you guys, back to the other question. This is why we have people on the podcast.
Oh, for sure.
This is
Let me expose
history.
This shit here, baby.
All night.
Cold Crush Brothers. Break it down.
All right. Cold Crush Brothers came into play 1979, 80 when I officially got with them.
1979. You were not born. Listeners.
Okay.
Oh, the listeners.
1977, the group came together, but the lineup that the world knows came together 79, 80. I had a few different groups since 1974, 75. Well, I started out Casanova Fly and Disco Wiz. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was my first, crew, my man Wiz. And then my group was called the Mighty Force. And then I had the Force 5. And then cats kept moving around from different crews to different crews. There was only two of us left, and me and JDL. Mm-hmm. So we became the Notorious Two. And we did shows for about a year and a half, just me and him, and me doing solo shows as Casanova Fly. Different people trying to recruit me. Islam wanted me down with the
Zulu
Funk Machine.
Kings, baby. Come on, we needed you.
So, I rock with him for a minute. Charlie wanted me with the Cold Crush. I rock with them a little bit. And then they was like, yo, you got to come in. You either down with us or you freestyle.
Right, you can't come in no more hanging out.
And I'm like, look, if you put my man JDL down, I'm in. I'm in. But they ain't want to mess with JDL because you know JDL. They ain't want to mess with JDL.
That's my favorite nigga too.
I said, listen, if he ain't down, I ain't down.
Right.
So they was like, all right, he's down. And then we got down, and that's how the Cold Crush Brothers, came together.
And one of the unique things about the Cold Crush tapes and that I used to get back in the days was the routines and the harmonizing. That was something that was very unique to you. You guys could almost sing a whole show.
Yeah, definitely. And that was part of my philosophy. Like when we met, and I told you, look, if you can rhyme, man, all the way, you don't need no group. Mm-hmm. Because what I had done with the group is I went another road with them that I would have went my own personal self. I am a writer. I am a true MC. I'm a battle MC. I can rhyme all day. Mm-hmm. I got 3 other dudes over here I got to share rhyme time with. Mm-hmm. So, and none of them can rhyme on my level. Mm-hmm. I got to rhyme with them. Mm-hmm. So I became more routine orientated than rhyme orientated. Mm-hmm. I always kept my own rhymes after we do our routine, and then I come and I rock my shit. But I could never get enough off because I got so many rhymes inside of me. So that's where it came from when I told you that. Listen, if you can rhyme like you don't, go ahead, man, do you.
Yeah, you was like, kind of like, I guess where you were coming from was like, I was a soloist. And now I'm doing this, but if you can be a soloist, be a soloist.
Be a soloist. Because, every group got a Michael, man.
Yeah.
Every group, and as you see, as time goes on, who still's there? Who still rises to the top? Who's still, really putting it down?
I follow that principle to today. I just did a record last week with with DJ K Slay. And he got a track up. He's doing an album. He says, Ice, I want you to come in and spit. We're going to put 3 people on the record or whatever, this, that, and the third. So he sends me a 4-minute track. And I rap from the front to the end of it.
To the end of it.
Guess what? He's like, you know what? This is your song, right? I can't cut none of these bars. This is dope.
Exactly.
And so we came up with a hook for it. And the shit's gonna be hard. He was like, damn, Ice, you came in here ready. I said, well, no, I'll write 4 minutes of rhymes and we can pick and choose if, that's what you want to do.
If you want to edit
leaving
it
this
or whatever.
as is. And that's what I do. When I pick up a record, I write the whole record. It's just good practice, to listen to a 4-minute track and just learn how to rhyme the whole way through. Not hooks, just all rhymes, bars.
Yeah.
Get your bars up.
Straight up, because that's an art form in itself. The true essence of being an MC is being able to write and deliver that shit. You know what I mean? And it ain't about sounding like nobody, comparable to nobody. Like, fuck everybody. I'm trying to sound better than any and everybody.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I know one thing about the Cold Crush Brothers. Everybody wanted a piece of y'all, whether it was the Fantastic Romantic, whether it was the Force MDs. Why did everybody want to get at y'all to battle?
Because everybody loved us. Even the cats that wanted to battle us loved us. They was fans.
Well, you saw in the Art of Rap with DMC, the way he was speaking about the Cold Crush, he was like just being honest. And the thing of it is, it's like when people are in the moment of their success, it's hard to give props. Right now, it's about me. It's about me. But once you hit that pinnacle and you're at that point and you've done it all, Run DMC did everything any rap group can do. Now they come and they say, yo, Grandmaster Caz, I used to listen to his stuff.
Right.
And it was so great. And it's interesting because I've heard at least 10 rappers, like, of the greats. That it's all Caz.
All speak on them.
You heard Kane. Well, I listened to Grandmaster Caz.
Speak on
It's like Caz was this. Caz. Who else told me just the other day Caz had came to one of their shows and when they spoke, it was Busta Rhymes.
Busta
Rhymes said, yo, Caz gave me a compliment. Like, you can't get compliments, but it's one of those things and you don't know how much that matters to people. But I said this in the other interview, and I got it from 50 Cent. No man can be great alone. You're only great when other great men speak of you in high regard.
Definitely.
And that niggas can't shit on you, Caz. Everybody knows, But you also underwent one of the biggest tragedies in hip hop.
Let me
break it down. Is being one of the ghostwriters.
I wanted that. B.
Well, go ahead, Mickey.
No, I'm saying, but looking at the book called "Written: The Lyrics of Grandmaster Caz," you have a full book out that they actually can get. In this book, going back to when you were a lot younger, you gave someone a rhyme and never got credit for it. I don't want to disrespect him because he was definitely a cool dude. Big Bang Hank from the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, Big Bang Hank, rest in peace, from the Sugar Hill Gang. I kind of take for granted that everybody in the world knows the story by now because, it's been around, it's been going on for so long.
You don't want to seem like you bitter about it.
Exactly. And there was a time you couldn't get me to talk about it because I didn't want to feel like I won't let this thing go. But it's not me. It's other people wanting to know.
But the thing of it is let's pretend like this. You did it and you got paid $1 million. So therefore, that's not the issue. The thing is, it became one of the biggest records in the history.
It was the biggest record.
Yeah, the biggest that broke rap. And, people need to know that you were behind some of the words.
A third of it. Yeah. I wrote a third of Rapper's Delight. All the Big Bang Hank's lyrics, you know what I mean? He managed the group, the Mighty Force at the time. He was a doorman. He was a doorman at a hip hop club. You know what I mean? And we got cool because I was going to the club when I wasn't performing and we just started kicking it. Funky Four had a manager. Flash had a manager. I'm like, I want to go where they go.
I
want to move up to them. So I need somebody to help manage my group. Hank, why don't you manage us? I got the clout, nigga. You just be the man. You just be the person who's supposed to be the manager. And he agreed. That's how he met up with, Sugar Hill. That's why he was in New Jersey in the first place. He got a job to pay the loan back that he took out for us to reinforce our sound system. That's the first thing he did as our manager. Took out a loan from his parents for $2,000, and we built those speakers back in the days and got a big amp. We wasn't making no money at parties yet. So he had to get a job to pay back that loan. That's how he started working in a pizza shop in New Jersey.
Right in Inglewood.
And that's where Sylvia Robinson and them, that's where the whole thing jumped off. The problem was, and I am so glad that I was a part of this. Even though it worked out the way it did, I would rather be attached to it than not have anything to do with it at all.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean? This solidifies my legacy.
Beautiful.
But Hank just ran with the situation. And he never came to me and said, yo, listen, I'm going to go do this, such and such, this and that, whoop-de-whoop. When Rapper's Delight took off, Hank took off.
Yeah. And, it's funny because I tell, my wife, she don't know much about rap and stuff, and I had to school her about everything. And I was, everybody can say the Rapper's Delight rhyme. And I said, the cold thing is that you don't have to say I wrote it because he rapped your name.
Exactly.
So when
spelled it.
So when Big Bang Hank in the rap and Rapper's Delight, y'all out there doing your hip hop research, when he says I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY, that's Grandmaster Casanova Fly. And 6'1", Caz is 6'1".
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
You don't need no bodyguards.
Yeah. So the rhyme was there. The rhyme was written. The record came out. And, so is history, I mean, come on, right now, everybody's running around talking about I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
That's Ice T.
No doubt.
We wrote that 11 years before Jay-Z.
Yep.
This shit happens now. Did Jay ever come and say, peace to Ice? No. Some people will do that, Now, in my situation, he had to pay publishing. And am I mad at Jay? No. But it would have been fly. I mean, Jay-Z's a super mega star to say, yo, peace to Ice-T.
Okay, since you said it, then Jay-Z said the same thing about the Cold Crush.
Well,
and they said it on Empire.
Here's the cool shit. I mean,
on Empire, hold on.
Well, what Ice is saying, Ice is a you know what I mean, is I mean, he a legend himself, you know what I mean? He's reached peaks in this shit. And I'm not just talking about the culture, I'm talking about the business of hip hop. And that's what people respect. You know what I mean? So he'll give it up to me because I ain't nowhere around him. You know what I mean? Before he give it up to you. Right. You know what I mean? So that's, nothing against him. But I'm saying people always, yo, what do you think about
we ain't no haters
Jay-Z saying, the Cold Crush in the record? Yeah, it's cool. He made a reference.
Right. It's a reference.
He's a writer. That's what writers do. He made a reference.
And Jay's my friend. The thing of it is that the people will turn around and say, they just might not know the story.
Yeah, exactly.
They just might not know the story. So they'll go, well, how did this happen? Or how did this happen? And I'm like, it doesn't really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm alive, I'm kicking, and I'm a player. And we both got 99 problems.
Okay.
I got the idea from the song from Brother Marquise from Two Live Crew.
Okay. Marquise. So we reinvent things.
No, but I'm saying
we don't invent shit because everything's been made. Everything's done under the sun. We just see something and we put a different twist on it.
So, Caz, hold on. You watch Empire, right?
Yeah.
How did that shit feel when he said that, man? Well, come on, man. Stop it.
The same reaction, man. It's not a thing to me. If
what
that shit
on
don't,
Empire?
If that shit,
what Empire
Lucius, the guy, Terrence Howard's character on Empire.
No, he don't watch, but listen,
I watch.
Or Terrence Howard is the big cheese in the movie.
Yeah.
He was signing Snoop to his label, and they had a big, thing where they was letting everybody know Snoop was about to sign an Empire.
Yeah.
So he was like, listen, Snoop about to sign an Empire. He got this record coming, this and that. And Empire Records is going to do like Jay-Z said. We're going to overcharge him for what they did to Cold Crush. Right? We're going to let the industry, we're going to let our artists eat off of these records.
That was hard.
So he made the reference from Jay-Z's reference.
Right.
Now, people hit me on Facebook calling me, yo, they said the Cold Crush on Empire, yo. They said...
Calm
said
the
thank
fuck
you.
down.
You ain't calm the fuck down.
They owe you some money.
How excited am I supposed to be?
Yeah, they
You know
owe
what
him
I'm
the
saying?
cold crush.
But so
I know
what?
It's not going to translate to nothing tangible for me.
It's just
you understand what I'm
props.
saying? It's cool.
It's
It's
cool.
cool. He made a reference, and it's cool.
You know what it is? I always say, like, you know, you can give me the props. I don't need it. It's fly. Some flyness is flyness. You dig what I'm saying? And I never forget, like, I met Honorable Minister Farrakhan at the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's house. And he would always say, in the words of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, in the words of Allah, and, you know, so I'm with the man, and I'm asking him questions. And one time I said, well, why do you always use that reference? He said, because that's where I got the words from. And for me to say his words as though they were mine, I would be worse than a thief. So sometimes as a player, sometimes you got to say, you know, well, you talking. My man Mickey taught me, or my man.
Exactly.
You know, just throw the props out.
You can't be scared to give it up.
Exactly.
I
You know what I mean? Make you more of a G. You know
more
what I
of
mean?
a G. Yo, I was with Ice. My nigga Ice said, and it's fly, but other people, there's people out there that will just pretend like
it's theirs.
Yeah.
and
Imagine
that's there to get down. That ain't mine.
Those are lies.
I always
and
say it
haters.
about you, Mick. I always say, me and Mickey used to say, and then I say a dictionary word.
Oh, fuck it, man. You know, we make something up. We got a dictionary called a Mictionary.
Hey, so
Nah, you got some fun.
Kaz, so now, hey, like you saying with the, and when you just said I don't watch Empire, what happened with Empire was I watched it, but then it's a little soap opera for me. You know what I'm saying? Coco watches it. But to me, I kind of like, you know, I'm more of a power dude. So call me that. It gets a little soap opera for me, and that's just me. I'm just more of I'd rather see the gun.
I thought the shit was
I
thought the shit
feel
was fly on coming off Empire, yelling out the Cold Crush. You know why?
Shout out for them.
You know
doing
why?
That.
You know why? Because a lot of people may have forgotten what the fuck y'all did and didn't get your just due.
I hear
that
you.
was respect.
My thing is that it's just part of my legacy.
Oh, you the
and
man
our
anyway.
legacy.
You don't
And
give
it's
a
just
fuck about
one
that.
more thing.
No.
You know how many cats who made a big deal out of that? It's a big deal to them.
Yeah, you know.
Like it ain't no big deal to
We
me.
know, Kaz.
You know what, Kaz?
You-
I'm like you, man. People always come to me, yo, Ice, man, they don't respect you enough. I'm like, what, nigga? The only way they could respect me more is carry me around.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Like niggas would walk, when I walk, every other person, you know, and if they don't know, like I'd say, you know, Kaz is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Exactly.
So when you get to the bottom of it, you're going to find Grandmaster Caz. When you dig through Ice-T,
You're going to see the Caz.
Jay-Z,
You're going
when
to
you
see
dig
Caz.
to the bottom,
it's going to be there.
you're going to find the Grandmaster. Now all we got to do is put a few million in the bank for him and everything
And then
else
it'd be
is
good.
flush.
Then it
But
makes
he don't
sense.
want a handout. That's
No.
the thing.
He
He's
don't.
a fly
You know
nigga.
why he don't want to hand out? Because I think he does something real big. Coming from the Bronx, going into Midtown. You have a thing called, I think, hip hop tour or something like that.
Well, Hush hip hop sightseeing tours. I've been doing that shit for 13 years now, man.
And what does that consist of?
It's a bus tour, it's a sightseeing tour, and I put people on a bus in Midtown Manhattan, tourists from around the world, and I take them uptown. I take them out of the Times Square area, take them up to Harlem.
I know you ain't taking them to
and
the
take them
Bronx,
to the
though.
Bronx, to the Boogie Down Bronx, birthplace. I take them to 1520 Sedgwick Avenue.
Ooh.
Baby, right? So they get to see everything that's true hip hop, and they get to hear it and learn it and get a better appreciation for it from me.
Does it
So
go
you
out
saying
every day?
You saying it's
3 days a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Is it just New Yorkers that go on?
Yeah,
How they
just
get
it's
it?
a New York tour
No,
because
it's a New York tour. But how do we get it if we in New York or we coming out of town? How do you get?
you
that
go
for
to the
hip-hop?
website and you reserve a seat.
What's the website?
www.hushtours.com.
And they can go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday is when our tours go out. We do specialty tours, though. You know what I mean? We
That
got a
shit
Brooklyn
is
tour.
dope.
Johnny Famous,
are you-
Scoop Lover from Cane Dancer. He does our Brooklyn tour.
Yeah, but I'm saying, are you on that tour, Kaz?
The Brooklyn tour?
No, the Bronx tour.
Oh no, I'm on the Bronx tour. I'm the lead tour guy for this whole company.
Oh, you the tour guy?
Yeah, I set the route. I made the route. I set the conversation. Everything you hear it's coming from
So
me.
you part owner in this whole
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
You know, the thing of it is like I did a thing called rap school. You was on rap
Yeah,
school.
I was
he
on
on
rap school.
Him and Melly.
Okay,
Mel.
look.
You forget shit.
I try to incorporate them in everything I'm
No,
doing.
you do. You speak on it all the time.
When I tell nigga, you get in when you fit in.
No,
if you fit, I'm putting you in.
You definitely speak on the Caz on the Grandmaster Melody
nigga,
all the time.
That's part of me.
Yeah.
Dig. If I don't do that, I'm worse than a thief. You understand? You can't you can't just take people's shit and not give them their props. It's so easy. That's all they want.
Yeah.
Just throw me some Grey Poupon, nigga. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it fly. But anyway, during rap school, I remember I told a little girl, Sophia, I'll never forget, I said, I'm going to take you to the Bronx. And I gave her a little kind of like a rap tour. And she said, I'll be raped and killed.
No. This is serious.
Real
this
talk.
is a young
little
white
girl.
little lady, you know.
And I said to her, I said, why you feel that? That's what she's been taught. So I took her to the Bronx. I took her up there. She met Mel and Caz and everybody.
Castle Hill, you remember that?
And
the record store.
So I asked her when she got back, I said, so what did you find out about the Bronx? You know what she said?
Wow.
I never seen so many people hug each other. Because in her neighborhood, people don't greet the way we greet in the hood.
Right.
You know, everybody gives each other a dap and a hug. I said, wow. That was a crazy observation. Like, she lives in an upscale neighborhood, but people...
Like, hey, how are you?
Yeah,
you know, that
that's
kind of
arm's
thing.
distance.
Yeah.
But what we do in the hood. So where there's so much tragedy, there's also a lot of love. You dig? So, you know, it's a cold thing. But that's a great thing. I mean, other than that, Caz, I mean, we did a song together.
Ay, no doubt.
You know, ain't where you from is where you at. What's the future?
I can't call it, man. I just keep doing what I do, and hopefully, you know, opportunities, you know, come from that. I believe in planting seeds, man. You know what I mean? So you might not see nothing happen now, but you got to keep planting those seeds.
It'll grow, baby. It'll grow.
Eventually, maybe if this harvest might not come up, but this one will grow, or this one will pop up, or this one will pop up.
We're not talking about weed, though, Caz. No. Stop. You talking about that
well,
weed.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about weed, too. But no, but I mean,
you should do stand-up. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I have. A lot of people like, yo, you know, you a funny motherfucker, man. You should, you know, a lot of people have, you know, higher aspirations for you than you do for yourself.
Right.
A lot of times, like, yo, you should be doing this. You should be doing that. You should be doing that.
Look at me, nigga. I'm a cop on TV. You know, my motto is you don't guide life, you ride life. And a lot of times what we do is because you're such an exceptional writer, your brain says, that's what I have to do to be successful. To, you know, like niggas is asking me, wait, let's do another record. I'm like, I might be done making records. Like now I got to go on different journeys. Like I told my manager, George, I said, George, you're my manager, but there's things you can do. Don't limit your brain to what you can do. He ends up writing the movie. He ends up directing. You know, I push it at Mickey. I'm like, just because this is what you do, don't limit yourself. What you might win at could be
the furthest thing from your goddamn mind. I feel you.
Because you are a winner.
But here's the thing. Did you say, when you was making records and you body count, you know what I mean? Did you say one day, you know what? I want to play a cop on TV.
Hell no.
Hell no.
New
the
Jack
opportunity
City
came to you through something else that you did.
New Jack
you know
City.
What I mean?
What happened with me was New Jack City came because there weren't enough black young artists to be actors. Wesley had only did Major League, and they said, well, these guys are selling records. Maybe they can act, and maybe that fan base will translate. That's
what it was all about. And that, I mean, I say the same thing like 50. 50 made such and such off the vitamin water and this and that. You think 50 Cent said, you know what? I need something to invest in. How about that vitamin water? Hell no. They came to him.
And it just
happened. And they tried to pony back off of his notoriety, and that's how the opportunity came to him. So,
do you think Dr. Dre sat home and said, I need to make some headphones?
I need to make some headphones. Hell no. Some company came to him and said, look, put your name on these headphones and this and that. So my point is, it's not like I'm not trying to pursue things. I'm doing what I do.
Yeah, you doing it well.
I'm in my lane, and any lane that opens up to me, I will. Don't think I won't go up in that motherfucker. But I'm not sitting here like, oh, let me go try to be a comedian. Let me go try to be I have it in me. I have the talent. It's just a matter of the opportunity.
Well, somebody thought you could write a book and you just wrote a book.
You know, I already had a book.
Right. They only did was ask for the pages.
It is a book.
Give me the pages.
Here's the pages. They came and took pictures of the shit I had already written and made a book.
No, I get it, Caz.
I had done the work already.
But I get what you
said.
That
opportunity came to me because the art of rap
opened that door.
Right,
but I'm saying, but we get what you're saying.
My association with you opened up the door to the art of rap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so it's the seeds that was planted a long time ago. You know what I mean? And I've done things in that vein to maybe hopefully get some kind of. Everybody who come in contact me for a sustained amount of time, you're a funny motherfucker, man. You should. It's easy for somebody who don't
break
do
the goddamn glass.
to say,
no, he ain't finna break no glass. That's just that jewelry, nigga. That jewelry hits the glass occasionally.
You should do this. You should do that. Everybody know what you should do or should do, but nobody knows how to do it.
Well, you know, I say it in an inspirational way.
No, I understand.
I say it in an inspiration way. Niggas, I'll give you one last story that might, because you inspired me so much. You know, it's like one time I was getting my picture taken. And I asked the girl about the camera. I said, yo, what's up with this camera? You know, I've seen so many cameras from this end. She says, have you ever looked at them from the other side? And I'm like, not really. So she starts telling me, she said, you should take pictures. And I say, why? She said, well, it's all basically the equipment. It's just perspective. Your perspective is different than other people. Two people with the same camera will take two different pictures. You might go on a low angle and shoot it up. It's like graffiti. Two people make the same letter, it ain't gonna look the same. So never doubt your perspective. And what she taught me that day was, she said, if you be a photographer, you're gonna be unique because your perspective. So I apply that to everything new I try. If I'm gonna design a house, I have a different perspective. If I'm gonna act, I have a different perspective. Rap, make a film, anything I do, the money is in my perspective. Right? So the thing of it is, if you say to yourself, yo, and I'm just saying it as a homie, just, don't shit on your perspective.
Right.
Because that's what's valuable.
Right.
You know,
the possibilities.
And the way you see shit is different than the way I see shit. Like when you look at body count, you're like, that's Ice's sense of humor. That's Ice's shit. That's his. And Mickey, you got your own sensibilities. Your perspective will make. Well, if all three of us set off, we're all going to do it a little differently.
Yeah.
And I could sit up all day. Motherfuckers sit up all day and say, well, Ice-T, you should do this. You should do that.
No, but I heard what Caz is saying. He said, listen, I'm not saying I wouldn't be a comedian, but when the door open, I'll walk in and go do it. But they telling me,
he's talking about pursuing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you have the talent and everybody tells you,
I'm getting at it.
You could do this.
I'm getting at
Pursue the shit.
Positive K went in comedy.
There's we building right now, but there's facets to that. So you're a funny motherfucker. Maybe it's not stand-up. Maybe you taking that with the graffiti and you're doing a cartoon, but now you're using the humor inside of that.
Right.
And then you bringing the music in. You're crossing all the things up.
That's
so
right.
If you tell me, Ice, I'm a funny motherfucker, that doesn't necessarily mean I got to do stand-up.
I got to tell jokes. Right. Exactly.
My sense of humor is interesting to people. So let me, like the intro to the body count video with the nigga dissing me, that's my sense of humor. I said, I want to make a real live hater. This nigga hates everything. This nigga got low top Timbs. And then if you do it and people laugh at it, you go, my sense of humor works.
It works, yeah.
Hey, yo. So, this is what we do on the podcast. But, for me, man, it's an honor to even be fortunate enough to meet you so early in my career. And when you say hip hop, Caz, there's certain names that must be said, or it's invalid. If you don't say Cold Crush, if you don't say Melly Mel, if you don't say Curtis Blow, and I can always tell about an artist by where he starts his hip hop history. Maybe you start yours with Run DMC. Maybe you started yours with Eminem.
Right, because depending on your age, that's when you got into hip hop, and that's what was going on when you got involved.
And when I got involved with you, it was only on tapes. So I was so eager to learn hip hop and learn rap that I would get tapes from WBLS and all that, and they would like bootleg into LA. And we would listen to rap routines from the park and all that because we started off biting.
Of course. I like that word.
Of course. Everybody, I'm glad you admitted that and said that because everybody did. Yeah. Everybody started out by saying somebody else's shit.
From the boogie down
They found their own voice eventually.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I used to give tapes, Cold Crush tapes to Kid Frost. And Kid Frost would come out and he'd be biting. He's saying the rhyme before I got a chance to say the goddamn rhyme.
That's why Kid Frost was so cool with me when I came out there.
because he knew. But you know, like you're saying, you throw somebody else's little piece in with your shit, and if we figured we were 3,000 miles away, so these tapes were sacred, so no one had heard them. So we, took a little flavor and tried to chop it up. But man, it's always been a pleasure. It's an honor to be able to have you as a friend and a family member, and to be able to do this movie. And you were so willing to. I'm so glad things have happened. But we gonna be down till the wheels fall off. That's
no
just
doubt.
how we do.
No doubt.
That's
We
just how
ride,
we do.
baby.
I respect that.
Zulu Nation's in the building.
Zulu stand up, and remember, July, the Art of Rap is coming, and you will see the Cold Crush Brothers in one of your cities. Grandmaster Caz, we really appreciate you coming out.
Love is love.
Anything you want to say on the way out? Any websites?
I need you to give them the website to the Hush Tour, though. One more time.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's important. www.hushtours.com is the website. I'll show you a perspective of hip-hop you probably wouldn't see on your own or learn any other way. So jump on the bus with me.
One more time.
That's what's up.
Where they can reach that book that you're selling.
The book is called Written, The Lyrics of Grandmaster Caz. And the thing about the book is that it's in my own handwriting. All right, Ice-T inspired that book right there.
It's like a rap.
Had he not...
I'm about to go through this motherfucking see. Can I steal some shit?
Please do. Please do.
It ain't been out yet.
I bet it's all copywritten now, though.
Oh, yeah.
All I'm going to do is call him up and say, yo, this right here, we need to fuck with this one right here and take it to the next level.
But where can they get the book at, though?
Look, nigga. I just turned to one of his raps.
See this shit here?
In this motherfucker, and it says Cypress Hill, Dr. Dre, and Ice-T.
See,
nigga wrote me in one of his rhymes.
See, that was written, and we didn't know about that. You read the book, baby.
That shit is
Where can they get the book at if they want to buy one book?
Holla at me. Email grandmastercaz07@gmail.com.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure, man, but we got to get out of here. I think we should go to dinner down here at the River Palm and have a steak.
Oh,
all right, let's make it happen, baby.
Funky, fat, big steaks, too, man.
Yeah,
hey, look, I'm going to tell y'all something. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ice-T, finallevel.com. Mick, Benzo, and Ice-T got something to say. I'm out of here, Ice, man. What about you?
I'm out here like I stole something.
See ya. Peace.
All right.
That's how I'm living. 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 That's how I'm living.